So it's gonna be one of those nights, because this is my host.
Sassy.
Oh, man.
Hi, everybody.
Are we on? Hey! Oh, yeah, gonna be one of those. I have no face on or anything, because I was running an errand for Spotlight. Thank you, Backpack, by the way, for helping me out with that. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna wear this hideous thing.
Oh, wow.
I've never worn
what?
it.
It's a skirt.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't see. This
No.
is so horrible.
What the fuck? You're just gonna pull it up and make it a dress?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Oh. Oh, I didn't see it had a thing.
Yeah.
Don't you have another outfit like that?
No.
Made out of not, like, curtain material or something? It looks like a bedspread. Felicia's gonna wear a bedspread this evening.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Lord. Oh my goodness.
Should I put on Old Faithful?
Yeah.
Marissa, don't kill me. This is choices.
She's gonna kill you. She is. She's gonna be like you. Mm-mm.
She's gonna be like, my sponsorship.
Yeah, it's awful. This is why we can't have nice things. This is exactly why we can't have nice things.
So what'd you do this weekend? Other than what we just talked about,
I don't think I. What did I do? I don't think I did anything this weekend.
Noteworthy? How this dress is pretty.
I don't believe so. If anybody was with me this weekend, please tell me what I did, because I don't think I
wasn't
did
with
anything.
you. I couldn't tell you.
Let's see. Let me check my calendar.
God, that's horrible.
Yeah, I don't think I did anything this weekend. Nope, I don't think so. I think I pretty much just stayed home and futzed around, and yeah, I didn't do anything this weekend. But the only thing I've done, last Thursday, I hosted the Raw event, which is always a good time. I didn't fuck it up too badly, because apparently they want me back, and they've asked if I'd be interested in. They're gonna do Tucson events, and they asked if I might be interested in.
Well, you better go to Tucson.
In hosting the Tucson events too. I'm like, hey, why the fuck not? So apparently whatever.
You did something
I did
nice.
All right job.
It worked.
And some of the artists and stuff that I talked to are like interested in coming to Spotlight and potentially even checking out Bingo. And so it was good. It was always a good time.
I don't even think people go on YouTube anymore. I don't.
YouTube is so last year.
Look at all these people. Hi.
Oh Lord. Hi Kate.
Yes,
hi Gabe.
tired.
Hi Brandon.
Tired. Yes, tired.
Oh, whatever. I don't want to hear it. Were you off today as well?
No.
Oh.
I worked 10 hours today.
Oh, but then you're off tomorrow.
Yes! It's full.
I am not off tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, it's cool.
This weekend, I did not do much of anything. I was supposed to go out to the, fantasies, whatever thing, for one of the contestants.
Oh. Yeah, I thought you were supposed to be performing in that.
Didn't end up needing to be performing, but...
I want pie. Bring me pie, Brandon.
Oh, I'll take pie. Yeah.
I was going to bring us pie, and then I didn't have time.
Oh. That's a valid excuse.
I was doing shit.
But I think that I got to the point where I needed my batteries charged. You know how, we keep going and going and going and going?
I don't know anything about that,
yes,
no.
But I just felt like nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what that's like. I never just go and go and go. I never. And then the next big star was last night at BS West. You should come out. You might have a chance.
I don't do Tuesday nights. You know that.
It'll be fine. If I can do it, you can do it. You really don't have an excuse. Because if I can do it, you
I'm working
can do it.
then. Busy.
You're full of shit is what you are.
No, I'm waiting for people to pay me so that I can continue working. And they did. They paid me part of what they were supposed to.
Well, I guess that's something.
I guess I'll do part of my work.
Sounds about right.
But I did get a new client off of our discussion.
Oh, awesome.
They watched the show.
Oh, hey, look at that.
I mean, I guess I must have been. This
So,
must have been like some kind of interview or
like
something.
See the things that you do.
This is some little things. God,
I
that
have
makes
no-
it look so awful. Like nothing is there.
I know, it's terrible.
It looks way better than that.
There, is that better? Look at that.
Yeah. Because it looked like a white
Like
sheet of
there's
paper.
nothing. You have like nothing going on.
You do
yeah.
fantastic work.
Yeah.
0, nothing.
Postermywall.com.
Hi, Victoria. Oh, God, I haven't heard that in a long time.
People still use it. I still see
Do
it pop up.
they?
Yeah, I still see it pop up on shit, and I'm like, but these are the same people, mind you, that use really bad bathroom selfies for posters too, and I'm like,
These are the people that I say, oh, do you want me to do the flyer? I'm in the show. But then I see myself cut out, and I'm like, oh.
yeah.
It's a,
yeah.
Yes, I did your logo, Kate Dosser.
Oh, God.
But that's about it. That's the stint
That
of
was,
my... It was
yeah.
like a chill, I don't even want to get out of bed kind of weekend.
Yeah.
It was that. It hit me. And then I was like, you know what? If you get up, you know what you're going to do. The next step is you're going to be sick.
Oh, I did do something.
Uh-oh.
I forgot. But it was early Sunday morning. That's why I forgot.
What was it?
Can get me up early Sunday morning. A few of us actually met at the Pride office to help some of the Arizona USofA contestants with interview stuff and like pageant prep and stuff because most of them leave next week for nationals.
Whoa.
So I was up at 9 a.m. No, I was up before that, but I was at the Pride office at 9 a.m. with Eva, Mike Frenelli, Jesse was there, Eddie showed up, and only 2 of the contestants showed up though, which was unfortunate.
So all these people showed up for 2 people? I mean,
You
I guess the
know,
2
it
people
is
got
what
what
it
they
is. Right. So
they needed.
yeah, I mean they were able to come and they were able to ask questions and get a better handle on what to expect at USofA. So I mean, and I guess that was good. So that's pretty much what I did. That was it. I forgot about that. I knew I did something. I just don't remember what the fuck it was. So
I have no idea who all these people are. But
Yeah. I know that. But yeah, so that's about what I did. So for my tip this evening, I thought we'd kind of a discussion point, more than a like a how-to type of thing or whatever. But one of the things that got brought up, and one of the things that a couple people said that they were interested in me talking about, were things like loneliness versus being alone, and what's okay.
Let me
and,
tell you what.
So and
I can relate to this.
I can absolutely relate to it. So that's what I figured we'd talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, and it doesn't necessarily apply strictly to romantic relationships or lack of romantic relationship.
I
or
think in
anything
general.
Because what I found, and this was based on my own experiences, the people that make it a point to be alone on occasion, doesn't have to be all the time, but they make an actual point to take time for themselves, actually end up being less lonely.
Yes. And me personally, if I don't get time alone, like I become just
I like my alone time.
I become just
you know, and it's with as busy as I am, there's not really a lot of it, but
then if you don't get it,
right,
I almost feel like it's like emotional vomit. I feel like I just kind of like,
well,
and then
there's absolutely nothing wrong with being alone. And you know, in the context of like romantic relationships, a lot of people seem to think that if they're alone, they will automatically be lonely, and that's not the case.
But you can never make that assumption,
right? Because a lot of times that's when you have these people that swing from relationship to relationship to relationship, and they don't give themselves a chance to be alone. Which, if I guarantee you, even 6 months by yourself with no romantic ties. If you want to fuck around, but keep the feelings and shit out of it.
I don't think there's a lot of people that can do that though.
I didn't think
there are some that specialize.
Well, but you know, it's if the people that actually take time end up, I think, being better when they end up getting into a relationship afterwards. You know, and being alone is not the same as being lonely. And the people that I find that are the loneliest.
What's the definition of alone and lonely?
Let me look that up. The people that I find that often are the loneliest are the ones that are always trying to not be alone. So they're the ones that are always out at the bars, that are always doing something, that are always, me, look at me on social media, all that.
I'm that way, but it's only once a week, girl.
Not always. Like, they're people, you know what I mean? They're the constant... They have to constantly post something that makes someone go, oh my god, that's so awesome, or oh, I'm so sorry, or oh my god, I love you, you're awesome.
Oh my god, how come you didn't win?
Right. Whatever it was. Those are the people that I believe tend to be...
I don't think you're there, but I thought you were there.
She was for a minute there. That tend to be more lonely because they have no concept of being alone, and their entire self-worth is based on other people. So when they finally do find themselves by themselves... They don't know what to do.
I'm one of those people that can find things to do for hours.
Sometimes I don't want anything to do. Sometimes I just want to do nothing because...
Sometimes you watch a lot of reality TV.
Sometimes I watch a lot of reality TV. Okay, so, per dictionary definitions, the definition of alone is separate, apart, or isolated from others, or to the exclusion of all others or all else. It could also mean unique, unequaled, or unexcelled. And as far as an adverb, solitarily, solely, only, exclusively, without aid or help. So it's to basically be by yourself. Now, for lonely... Lonely is affected with, characterized by, or causing a depressing feeling of being alone or lonesome, destitute of sympathetic or friendly companionship, intercourse, support, etc.
So lonely, real deep.
Lone, solitary, without company, companionless, remote from places of human habitation, desolate, unfrequented, bleak, standing apart, isolated.
Oh, not bleak.
So, while alone still uses the word isolated in the definition.
Yeah, but the way it's said,
right, it's a far less negative connotation.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's a self-imposed isolation. Whereas lonely has far more negative connotations to it. And yeah, it's, and I know a lot of times when you're, if you're in a relationship, sometimes you can end up feeling more lonely than when you're not. Depending on what's happening with communication and things like that. And if there's not enough communication, if there's not enough
about people that are like, oh, well, I haven't heard from so-and-so in a couple days. I'm like, did you call them?
Right. And I mean, it's hard, with me and my partner, we are busy. Like, she's got shit, I've got shit. We hardly ever have...
I might just live at your house while you guys aren't there.
Right.
It's okay.
We'd never know. It's like we're so busy, but
I keep forgetting that every time I see her post that, I'm like, what?
Oh God. We're so busy, but we still try to find that time to connect, even if it's for a few minutes in the morning, you know what I mean, before she goes or whatever it is. You have to make that effort. And honestly, it's one of these things, if you are, at least what I believe, no one is as alone as they think they are. So if they're lonely...
And if you're spiritual, you're never alone.
Jesus.
He said it.
Yeah. If you're lonely, honestly... There's so much you can do. I mean, obviously, if you're in depression, that's another issue in itself. But if you're just lonely, like...
My ultimate thing to do is people watch. Because then, all of a sudden, you see all these other people, and you're like, oof, life ain't that bad.
And there's some good places to go people watch, too.
I like the public places, like, the mall, where people don't think that, oh, nobody's watching me.
Right. You just go and, sit down and go find a massage chair, like at Arizona Mills.
Get a couple dollars.
Right. Sit there and just keep feeding the machine while you're sitting there and watch the... Man, there's sometimes I'm sitting there and nobody pays
attention. I question a lot of people's parenting skills, too.
Man.
I'm like, your child is 2 years old, but way back here.
Right, what?
You just got a new pair of shoes, but you cannot watch your 2-year-old child. Where are we going? And then that's the first people that are like, oh my God, I can't believe I lost my child.
Right. But again,
I think you have to find your
balance.
Yeah.
And like I said, being alone is not a bad thing in any context.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to be able to be by yourself because there's not always going to be somebody with you 24/7. And if you can't be by yourself, then there's probably a whole nother issue there that
as a creative
probably needs to be looked at.
There are some days I sit and work on stuff and it's completely quiet. Like in here, like I sit in here and just the way my brain works, I can be by myself. I always have to have some sort of background. Something. Yeah, I'm just saying, like I don't.
Like
people think it's kind of confusing. Like at work, I'll play music, but I do not want to hear people talking.
Oh no, I don't want to hear.
I don't want to hear your conversation,
right?
Because that means I have to take my focus off what's going on here. But
and see, I have this is. For me, it's really interesting. When I'm trying to, like, block things out, that's usually when I watch something stupid. Like, as background noise.
Remember it all.
Bill, here's my problem, is if I'm listening to music, I get very distracted. Because I end up, depending on what I'm listening to, no, in fact, almost anything I'm listening to, I immediately start thinking, oh, this would make a good number. That's it.
Oh, no.
So it ends up distracting me and is not helpful. It makes my brain go crazy. Whereas if I'm just sitting and have something stupid on as background noise.
That I'm working on. Because I could do, like, the smooth jazz thing.
There you go.
I could do the, like, Mozart channel on Pandora.
Right.
And just sit there and be... And there's some days I just sit out here and listen to hip-hop and, all that. And it doesn't bother me, but I'm not at the same level of thinking as if I just...
I honestly think that more people need to learn and be okay with being alone. There are so many that are just
I think that's the first step in achieving great success is learning to be alone.
Absolutely.
Not lonely.
No, there's a difference. And
please, I get so depressed on Facebook. There are sometimes, like this week, I take like full weeks off of my Felicia page.
I'm going to need you, if you just do that, I'm just going to jump on and check Spotlight once in a while. And
I did this morning.
Okay, because I just don't have time to track your ass down.
Like you don't have my phone number.
I don't have time to chase you down.
But
just stay on top of things,
I just basically tune stuff out because people get really ridiculous with this stuff. And I'm one of those people that, like, absorbs.
Nobody likes me. I'm all by myself. Nobody ever wants to hang out with me. I tried to make plans and everybody bailed. Man, do you know how many times people bail on shit for me? Like, come on. Like,
I like going to the movies by myself. Does anybody do that? I haven't done
You know what? I have gone to the movies by myself one time in my entire life.
Oh my god. When I was single, you're single. I took myself out to dinner. I made it a point. Took myself out to dinner. We went to the movies.
I took myself out to dinner last night.
Even if you're in a relationship, it's okay to eat by yourself.
I'm generally not a fan of eating by myself, I'll have to say, because for me, eating is always a social thing. So, and it's weird. So we argue about this all the time. Shelly says I'm far more social than I seem to be, than I say that I am. And I'm like,
But introverts can be social. They just need to take that time to go back.
Right.
Hermitize a little bit and then go back out.
But it's like, so because I work from home, and this was especially when I was living by myself and I was single, I'd go days without leaving my house without actually talking to anybody. Except for Wednesdays. But even then, like, I could go...
You would be so excited
from Wednesday to Wednesday and not talk to anybody or see anybody. And so then every once in a while when I'm like, oh, I want to go do something, people would be like, well, why don't you, watch a movie at home or whatever. I'm like, look, I am in my house 24/7. I work from home. I need
what do
some
you mean
sort of
they asked
human
what?
contact. Like,
I knew right away as soon as you asked me. I'm like, this bitch need to get out of the house.
And it's not that I'm like particularly lonely. I just need some human
you just
interaction.
Need to get out of the house.
You know, because I spend.
You could talk to the dogs.
They're not very good conversationalists. You know, Sparky is kind of old, so he just sleeps a lot of the time, and Bruce just looks at me like I'm dumb or eats his foot.
Points his tooth at you.
Right. And, you know, the cats are not good conversationalists either. They,
you need to come talk to Sassy.
No, London will talk to me, but he doesn't say anything that's worth listening to, so he just goes on and on.
So you guys are both chatting back and forth, and nothing's
accomplished. Yeah, so it's, you know.
Hi, Joan.
So, hey, Joan. You still
Welcome back.
Or...
Yes. I love your last name because I can say that and mean it in a different way. But as far as being lonely in a relationship, if you feel lonely in the relationship, communication, all of it needs to be out on the table. Don't make it like like I feel like I'm not.
If you haven't communicated to your partner that
you feel out of the loop,
right? That you know that you're lonely within a relationship, that's on you, because it's very easy to be like, hey, we haven't really had a chance to sit down or spend any time or anything, and if you don't say anything,
y'all stop posting stuff that looks like you assume that your partner was supposed to know?
Oh God, I hate that.
I'm not just talking about vague book. I'm talking about like blatant details. I'm like, oh God, yeah. How was he supposed to know that you wanted to go to the movies after work when you didn't even tell him?
Yeah, nobody is a mind reader.
I mean, even I get caught up sometimes, but then I'm like, oh shit, he probably didn't know.
Everybody gets caught up, you know, and then you think you told them something, but maybe you didn't. You thought you did. I have conversations where I'm like, I could have sworn I said something. Maybe I didn't. Like, I thought I did, or I went to it, but the subject got changed or something, you know. But it's on you, really. If you are feeling lonely, if you're in your relationship, if you're like if you're not getting enough attention or affection or whatever from your partner, that's on you to say something.
You know what?
Because if you don't, they're just going to assume that everything's okay.
I look like I blend into the wall.
Kind of. You're like a wall hanging tapestry.
Oh my God. I should wear this dress tomorrow. Joan, would you appreciate this dress tomorrow? I think Richard made this. I think this is one of like the first things he made.
Oh.
Maybe not. No, maybe this is somebody else that I don't appreciate because I just looked at the hinge of it.
Oh.
I know who did this.
Wasn't me.
No, it's not somebody else here. It's somebody that makes like award-winning gowns.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. I'll just take it to Richard and he'll fix it. That's awful, and I appreciate everything that everyone does for me.
I'm gonna once I get things situated, I'm gonna get like a 101, like sewing 101, so I can get back into sewing, and I'm gonna start.
Well, let me know when you take that. No, don't let you. It might be too hilarious. You wouldn't get stuff done.
Probably.
I would just probably, and the whole class. Oh God, what is he? Oh.
That's all right. I'm gonna do something like that, and I'm gonna sew myself to something because that's what I do.
My biggest fear is that I'll be up late one night and I'll be like, I need to get this done, and then I sew myself, especially with my nails.
When I'm hand sewing things, like there's been times when I've totally like sewn myself to something, not paying attention, and went to go put it down. And I'm like, nah.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
So then you have to go back and undo everything.
I don't know how. I mean, I do know how to use a sewing machine, but not that well.
Right, and that's the thing. I haven't used a sewing machine in years, so I need
to. We should teach each other.
Oh God, I need to get the basics so I can start playing with it, because I have some really cool fabric that I want to do stuff with, but I need to practice first because I'm not going to use all my really cool fabric.
I need to get fabric to replace this because I really want to make a dress out of this.
Is this stretchy?
Yes, it is. 4-way.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Well, all right then. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
4-way. Because, man, Imagine if I have my boobs in. Does this stretch? Okay.
It looks like it stretches.
Okay.
Are you really gonna wear that tomorrow?
No, I know. I have time, so
I don't think I have anything to match it.
I can look.
Cause oh god.
Look. Most of it's over there.
You guys should be very, very glad that you can't see this. It's terrifying.
It's not as bad as when we first moved in here. Remember, it was like piled in here, and it almost fell on me twice.
Oh, that's about what my storage is starting to look like.
I don't know what I'll wear tomorrow.
Oh god, I don't know what I'm gonna wear tomorrow either.
I don't like really wearing the same thing twice. But I guess if this is what you want. This is the woman in the woods.
It's something.
We don't really have a set agenda now. So if you want to talk about
true.
something.
We got if anybody has any questions, ask us anything. How about that?
I mean, I plan in my head that Wednesday mornings I'm going to work on this.
I'm usually pretty good at that too.
He's better at it.
And I dropped the ball. I have so much stuff going on right now. Like I dropped the ball 100%. I'm usually on it. And
well, this is a team effort, but we both busy.
Yeah.
And you're lucky. This is
right. I mean, I'm here. Like
just go back to episode when Coco was here. This was an improvement. That's all I say.
Well,
That's all.
So we'll be taking your questions now. If anybody has anything, I'm perfectly.
Oh my gosh!
Look at this.
Yes, the time change. I forgot to say that. I did say it on my messages, though. Have we addressed
We talked about RuPaul last week.
We talked about RuPaul. We wore that out. I wrote a blog post.
Mm-hmm. And you know that if you were watching us last week.
Page blog post. That, Oh, you never leave? Ooh. You need to get out of the house. I don't know how people stay in the house. At least I go outside with the dogs and, walk up and down the street if need be. Midnight showings of movies. I've never been to a midnight showing of a movie. A, because I fall asleep easy closer to bedtime. So, ask Scott. I've gone to 2 movies with him that I'm all hyped up about, and then we go to a later showing, and I fall asleep.
I've gone to 2 midnight showings. One was when, I believe it was the second part of the Deathly Hallows came out, and they did the double feature. So they showed part 1 and then they did part 2. Mm-hmm. I did go to that, and I want to say the last Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh God!
I think
I cannot watch those movies in the movie theater.
I think.
I need to pause, get up, go to the bathroom.
Well, they're not as long in the movie theater.
Oh,
because I have the extended versions, which are like 6 hours.
What did I watch the other day? It was long. I was like, oh my God, I gotta go. This is too long. I'll read the book. I'll read the book.
I used to when I live by myself. A lot of times I have trouble falling asleep when it's completely quiet. Mm-hmm. So that was my go-to to put on because I would just go and it's so long that
you'd wake up.
Right, it would still be going. Vivica wants to know if we're going to the Miss and Mr. Pride pageant on Sunday. Yes, I believe we're both going. I'm actually helping out with part of the Mr. Onstage questions.
Oh, good for you.
I know. And I guess I'm doing the former walk as well, which they have us wearing red, which apparently nobody asked me about that because
do they know
I don't wear a lot of red.
With red?
So it's fine, whatever.
Do you have red? I've never seen you.
I have an orangey red. I don't.
Oh,
wear
that
a lot,
thing.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of red because of this shit. So yeah, I'm going. As far as the Miss contestants, I'm rooting for Sassy.
Sassy Tia.
I think that I think she's gonna do very well.
I'll be there on Team Sassy Tia.
Yeah, I think she's gonna do really well. I don't know. I mean, she's up against some heavy hitters. Mm-hmm. She's up against people like Maya McKenzie and stuff. I honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen.
But I wouldn't doubt. I don't put nobody.
Oh no! I like I said, I couldn't really venture a guess as to who would win on the Miss.
I've seen legends be taken down by newbies lately, so I don't dare say.
Yeah, I honestly I couldn't even begin to
I have not seen Black Panther yet.
I haven't seen it yet either. We should probably do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
What are you doing this weekend?
On Saturday, I don't think we have any plans, but I say that and then,
we should try and go on Saturday.
He'll probably tell me.
Scotty, we're gonna go see Black Panther on Saturday.
I don't think he's watching, is he?
The fuck, Scotty? First he can't get me what I need him to get me. Now he's not watching. Whatever. Damn it, Scotty.
But I think that would be good, yes.
And then for the Misters, I
don't know all of them. I only know Grey Matter. Is that his name? Mm-hmm. Is that the only one? Oh, no. Oh, he's gonna kill me. I do know more than one.
Roman, Cruz.
Ooh, they're both gonna kill me.
I love Cruz. I love all the Misters that are competing.
And DJ Image.
Mm-hmm, and Jesus.
Who? Oh.
Jay Crawford.
Oh.
I would love it's hard because I love everybody. I do. It would warm my little heart to see Roman win.
Because you know the history, or
part of that, yeah.
Okay.
But Roman, I love Roman for so many reasons. I love Roman, and I think that while everybody is still growing and everybody has their little things or whatever, I think Roman would throw himself 200% into this title. Like, absolutely. I would love to see him win, but really, for the most part, I'd be good with almost anybody on the Misters. Almost anybody in the Misters. But yeah. Oh yes, Vivica. I know there's another Harry Potter. It's a second Fantastic Beast.
I haven't seen the first one. Don't beat me. Do you have that movie? Is it on Netflix?
Get out.
This is my house.
I don't care. I can't talk to you anymore.
I've seen all the Harry Potter movies except for that one.
You need to see it. It's actually very good.
Is it long?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't do so well.
I need to get it like on Blu-ray or something. I don't have it yet, but I need to get it.
Oh, I can order it on Amazon.
There you go. I need to get that, and there's the second one's coming out. See, Roman's, I love Roman. I do. I think he has such an amazing heart, and I would love to see him win. Again, there's really...
Shout out to Vivica now Stratton.
Mm-hmm.
What's her middle name? Vivica Taylor Stratton.
She's all fancy.
Because she has 25 days, or 24 days, 23 days.
20-something days.
When you blink, it'll be one day. You're welcome.
She's competing for Westland, yeah?
Yeah, Miss Westland.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it is?
Is it Westland Femme? I think it's Westland Femme. I think. I can't keep track sometimes. I can't keep track sometimes.
Because by the time I find it, she'll say yes.
So many everything. And shout out to the Arizona USofA MIs and Divas.
No, don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do bootleg movies. Only because I have a lot of friends.
No, I don't do bootlegs either.
I have a lot of friends. Oh, Janelle Monáe just posted. Sorry, got excited. But I don't do bootleg movies because I have friends that work in the movie business as makeup artists. Mm-hmm. And I used to do music, but then I found people that worked in the music business, and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm taking pennies on the dollar from you. Right. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So now I pay for streaming, but I don't know how much goes back to the artist, but I know that anything I listen to, I try to give back.
Right. I used to work in the movie business, so I don't do...
Yeah. There's so many people that you don't even realize. Like, when you say,
that shit.
Oh, they just did this such and such for the movies. They're not doing like as if me and Freddy are recording each other.
Right.
They're like having like 72 people that operate like.
I mean, movie business isn't. It's not perfect. They're not right, and they're not hurting all that much because God knows you have to mortgage your house to go to the fucking movies now. But you know, still, like, that's always been one thing, like...
I don't complain about that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I pay $99 a year, so that I hope that I can see everything, but... yeah.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that. Scott wants me to do that to my Fire Stick, but I have this thing about security. Is fantastic.
Miss Westland Feb. See, I'm close, yeah. Fantastic Beasts is supposed to be set in America, although they're talking about Dumbledore and stuff, so it might be a little bit of a cross thing. But the reason the first one was set in
there like I saw this on social media that there was like a hoopla of who's playing Dumbledore.
Yes, I don't remember who it was.
I
find out. Hang on.
It's not Jude.
Hang on, I found out. 1 second.
It was on my. It was on my Twitter twatter.
No, what?
My Twitter twatter. Thanks for standing by as we look up answers.
Oh, Fantastic Beasts 2. Oh, I don't want the trailer.
Now you're gonna ruin it for all of us.
Because I don't. They're gonna show me the trailer, and I'm not gonna recognize anybody because. All right, here we go. Oh, we've got Johnny Depp as Grindelwald, which is kind of cool. Why is she familiar? Who is that? Oh, that's right. She was in the first one. I like her. Jude Law. That's right.
Oh, that's what it was.
As Dumbledore.
I was like, it's one of those sexy white men.
Yeah. And I love me some Eddie Redmayne. I think he's fucking amazing. Him.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He's gorgeous, too.
Yeah.
Another gorgeous white man.
I absolutely love him. I think he's fucking fantastic. And so incredibly talented. So incredibly talented.
Who does she play?
Who? Her? Maledictus. Interesting.
Oh, they're diversifying.
Yeah, look at that. I think they'll be good. I'm excited. The first one was so good. And I'm
you
excited.
Own this movie, or I should just get it on Amazon?
I don't have it yet, no.
Okay.
I need to have it, but I don't.
Oh, we're all screaming Jude Law.
Jude Law,
while we were looking that up. We didn't even pay attention.
I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, my bad.
What is all of this? What? Okay, hold on. This is your Wednesday night conversation, but I feel like this is a chain letter. Hold on.
This is totally a chain letter. What the fuck is this?
This is really
shit?
long.
What? Oh, God.
Oh, okay. It's a fundraiser.
Okay. Jesus. Oh, my God.
Why aren't you watching the show, Boots?
Right?
Somebody's raising money for breast cancer. Tell you more later, I guess.
Right. Truly, Victoria, with streaming everything, do you really need bootlegs anymore? Like...
No, I just like TV shows. If I miss the day, I go to Hulu.
Right.
I don't even have cable anymore.
No, I don't have cable anymore.
I go to Hulu, or I go to Prime Video, or I go to Netflix.
Yeah.
I mean, and some of the cable networks, if they're not streaming on the whatever streaming device you're on, they'll have it on their website. Mm-hmm. And they'll say it's available for like 3 days.
Right.
So you watch it within 3 days, boop.
Did you miss a spot while you were shaving your lip?
Oh, maybe.
Driving me
here?
fucking crazy. Yes.
Yeah. I drew on top of it. They can't see that. Why you look at so close?
I can't help it. Drives me crazy. It's like right there, and I'm like looking at it the whole time.
You want me to go shave my lip while you talk to me?
I'm like, it's a small handful of hairs.
I thought you would have seen something else that's bothering me.
I can only see one side of your face, so I don't know what you're looking at.
Look at the screen.
I don't know.
I didn't contour my nose.
You didn't, huh?
I put the highlight on it, but I didn't contour the nose.
I thought you did. I thought I saw you.
I put the highlight on it, but then I didn't contour around it.
This is why we can't have nice things.
That's the part that's bothering me the most. I'm like, look at that fucking nose. Just shiny as fuck. Rudolph. Any other questions?
Is it?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Toys R Us is done. Honestly, I keep forgetting that Toys R Us is even still around.
And they tried. They tried a little bit, but I think if they would have pushed e-commerce a little more.
Yeah,
if they would have battled it out.
I don't even think with that, with Amazon and everything else.
But they could have had a store on Amazon.
They could have.
All the other big chains start moving that way. What are your thoughts on the United Airlines and the dog dying?
I don't even want to.
I haven't heard about this.
This
is breaking news.
This pisses me off. Okay, so
tell me a story.
What had happened, and this is the nutshell, and I think there's things missing because I'm like, wait, what? So apparently, what had happened was that a United Airlines flight attendant made a passenger put a dog in a carrier in the overhead bin.
What?
Yeah, dog died. My question is, why the fuck didn't the owner go, absolutely not. I'm taking my dog and I'm getting off this plane.
I've never heard of a dog going into... I've heard of them going into the...
They can't go up there. They die. There's no air. It's... Yeah. So, I think there's some things that are missing.
The reason why they took dogs from underneath the plane?
No, even big dogs still go in cargo. But if it's small enough to go in an approved carry-on, then it goes under your seat like a normal carry-on would. There's shit that's missing from this story because I would never in a million years be okay with that shit. If they had said, you gotta put this up there, I would have been like, that's not happening.
Do they tell you to put babies up
there?
Not
happening. I would have pitched such a fit, they would have had to escort me off the plane if they wouldn't let me off.
Oh, you would have been one of those people on the news again.
Absolutely. Because you're not telling me that I have to put my dog in the overhead bin. So there's some things that are missing from this story, and while I'm sympathetic and nobody wants to have their dog die,
that's like
what the fuck was the owner thinking? Like, who says that's okay? Who's fine with that? Like, there's pieces that are missing from this, and I'm not
Missy
gonna
has anxiety, so I don't think I would ever stick her up.
This is like, well, you
Nor
can't. They die.
The employee was supposedly telling the lady that there was ventilation.
I don't care.
It wasn't, and people around her heard the dog.
Okay, so you hear the dog barking. Why isn't anybody going?
Barking, not baking. I was like, oh my god.
So the dog is barking. Why aren't you going up there and getting the dog down? Like, there's...
Victoria says she would never have put her dog in
No, there's shit missing from this.
Hi, Anthony.
Bullshit. You don't put a French Bulldog. A French Bulldog is almost...
What?
It's a French Bulldog. It wasn't like a little dog. It was a French Bulldog who was a little bit smaller than Bruce. So, there's shit missing here. There are things that are...
Oh my god.
Like,
that dog...
there's things that are missing here.
So, that dog had to have been shoved in there.
There's some stuff that's not meshing right. I don't care if they said there's ventilation. I would have been like,
they can get dehydrated like that.
No, you're letting me off this plane, and I'm gonna go find another fucking airline that's not a fucking cockpit. You know, and that. So there's, I'm not 100% on the owner's side because there's some shit that's not making sense at all. Like, legitimately, there's no such thing as a teacup French Bulldog. No such thing.
Or a Frenchton? Was it a Frenchton?
There's no such thing as a teacup French Bulldog. And I've seen pictures of it. It was a regular size French Bulldog. Yeah, there's no such thing as a teacup French Bulldog.
That don't make any sense.
Yeah, so you don't just, you know, like, can you...
What are they doing for...
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Is United the one that...
They're the ones
been having the problems.
All
with
the
people. Oh my god! I don't want to get out of the seat.
Yes, that they threw the doctor off, and yeah, United is not doing so well.
Remind me when I'm flying not to book with them.
Oh, I won't fly United. I won't. Not if I can.
I know.
Yeah, there's some shit that's not quite meshing up. Like, I don't know any flight attendant that would say I'm gonna put your dog in the overhead bin. I've heard things that...
If anything else, they should have put it at the bottom where there's ventilation. But I have seen people... I have seen flight attendants say, can you put your dog in front of you?
Well, yeah. That's where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go under the seat. If your dog... And that's why...
Is this person on leave? Do they...
I don't know.
Please tell me they're not from here.
There's probably Florida. Like, there's some shit that's not really making sense. Like, I don't see a flight attendant telling somebody they have to put their dog up You know what I mean? So
Victoria. Vivica wants to know, why didn't anybody check on the dog?
Right. Like, there's some shit that's not... Like, I would have been like, all right, well, fasten seatbelt signs off, I'm getting my dog out.
Even before then, if you hear the dog clabbering up there...
Barking, right? Like, there's... Shit's not making sense, so I'm
not... a panic.
I'm not, like, immediately jumping on the, ooh, blah, 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 blah. Like, what zebra?
What?
The fuck?
Tell me about the zebra.
I have no idea what zebra.
Huh.
But yeah, no, there's some shit that's not quite adding up with that whole scenario, because just as a dog owner myself, there's no fucking way. No fucking way.
Let them come.
And if I heard my dog barking, I would have been up out of my seat in 2.2 seconds, opening that bin and pulling my dog out. And if they had a problem with it, they can fucking force land the plane. I don't care.
So pause, think about this, ask yourself if that dog was a baby.
Right, you know, put your baby up there, like what?
It's about the same lung capacity.
It's fucking stupid. There's some shit that I'm stuff's not quite adding up on that. I'm not.
I still want to know about the zebra.
I know what fucking zebra, Eddie. What? I have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
Zebras in the news? What? The owner didn't speak very good English in the news interview, and had her little daughter speaking for her. Why did the doctor get her out if she could speak English?
I don't know. There's still shit that doesn't quite...
It was a puppy? It's still... That's so sad.
No, it wasn't a puppy. It was a full-grown Frenchie. I saw a picture of it. It was a little black French Bulldog.
Oh, those are so cute.
Yay big. That's about...
Hi, Roxy.
Hi, Roxy. Yeah, no, there's some shit I'm not immediately jumping all over United as the sole person at fault here. Like
United. We need to get your shit together, okay? Just go ahead and get your shit together.
They're gonna end up with all sorts of problems. People are just gonna stop flying. They're gonna go, you know, like...
What was that, was it the late 90s? There was an airline that was really popular, and then all of a sudden they just fucked shit up, and we were like, bye, boots. It was gone.
Oh, there's been a whole
It was like 3 of them that was like, oh, guess you're flying.
Oh TWA went away.
Oh yeah, that was the one.
Pan Am went away. Pan Am used to be the airline. Like Pan Am used to be.
No.
You know, back in like the 60s.
Hi, Savannah.
And 60s and 70s, Pan Am was the way to go, and then it just tanked.
People like to be treated like people.
Yeah.
I say this all day
And with as much money as people are paying now for shit, considering now all these airlines, not only do you pay for your ticket, you have to pay for your drinks. You have to pay for your snacks. You have to pay... I'm like... which is why I always bring a bag full of snacks, because fuck you.
Did I dream this? Somebody was thinking about charging to go to the bathroom. Excuse me. Somebody was thinking about charging to go to the bathroom.
I like to see them try that.
I would think that would be one stinky ass flying bus.
Man, I would like to see them try that shit. And honestly...
If Greyhound can't charge for you to go to the bathroom, you're not going to charge me to go to the bathroom in the air when I have no access.
Flying international, I will not fly any of the U.S. airlines. Not if I can help it. I will fly... I love the Asian airlines, almost any Asian airline, whether it's China Air, Korea Air...
Can they fly me
Thai Airways...
Inside the States?
Garuda...
They drop me off as they're leaving?
Right. Like, I will... Like, one of our choices to fly to Bangkok last year was, I think it was either United or American, and I said, absolutely not, I won't do it. Will not do it. Not a chance in hell. You know.
Plus, you get off the plane, everybody knows you're a tourist.
Right. There's that. And then, like, domestically, I prefer Southwest. Obviously, I've flown Frontier a couple times. The last time I flew Frontier was not awesome.
What do you mean? You didn't like staying there for a couple days?
Yeah, last time I flew Frontier was not awesome. But the time before that, when I flew to Austin, was fine. I mean, I ended up with a weird layover, but whatever. I mean, there are worse things, for sure.
Like what?
Like being stuck in Cleveland
for 2 days?
Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean...
you sent that to me?
Who sent what to who? Oh, is that us?
Mm-hmm. She sent it to the page.
Oh.
Please hold, Victoria. We're looking at your mess now.
Yeah, it's 10-month-old, that's about full grown. Yeah.
That's as big as they get, though. It's not a teacup, though. That's
yeah,
the size
that's how big they are. That's what they are. Yeah. Yeah, that's how big they are.
Oh, he had a cute little name.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not jumping on the whole bandwagon with that one. I'm like,
Today, across the United States, kids walked out.
Yep, they had the walkout today.
It's supposed to be peaceful protests.
Which
some people,
if you read the comments on some of the videos, people are so fucking stupid. It blows my mind that people are more concerned about keeping their fucking guns than people's lives. Like,
let me tell you, my heart is breaking because, was it last night or the night before? I watched a preschool on TV. They do active shooter drills now.
Yep.
Every day.
Preschool and kindergartners do active shooter drills.
Not to say that we haven't had our run of things like earthquake drills or...
That's a natural disaster. You can't do anything about that.
But you should not be growing up preschool...
Right. Doing...
wondering
active shooter drills. Like,
when's the bad guy gonna come running through the door?
God forbid anybody even talk about, because the first thing everybody goes to is, they're gonna take my guns. Nobody's gonna fucking take your guns. They want more regulations, just like all the other countries that have very strict gun laws that don't have the problems that we do. Australia, Canada, the UK, Japan, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on. All these people have guns. They have very strict gun laws, and you don't find thousands upon thousands of people being killed every fucking year.
What people need to know, and this is the part that gets me...
Stupid.
Is the people that are yelling and screaming are the people that already own guns.
Right.
If you already own a gun, why are you screaming? Because
all they're going to want...
It's preventing the people that don't have guns yet from getting them.
And the people that... And what they would do, like, what they should do with the people that have guns, make sure everything is registered. No large capacity,
Please tell me why we need military weapons to walk through the streets.
AR-15s are fucking stupid. I actually unfriended somebody that said... because they posted something and they're like, I'm going to have to buy me a couple of AR-15s before they become illegal. I'm like, and she was black, which I thought was interesting. I was like, and unfriend, because why?
Who
why?
Is this? Do I know this person?
I don't think so. I was like, why the fuck? It's not necessary. And when you are more concerned about somebody taking away your weapon than the lives that are being lost, especially the kids, we're talking kids, you've got seriously fucked up priorities.
I was thinking about this. I was in high school when Columbine went off. So, I technically have been living in fear since I graduated high school. Isn't that scary? Doesn't everybody see anything wrong with that?
No, you can't.
I've been out of high school for like
15. You can't have my guns.
Years.
You can't have my guns.
That means
you can't have my guns. You can't have my guns. Stop it. So,
I'm not taking your guns. I'm taking the people that don't have guns.
Seriously, like, the priorities are seriously fucked up. Seriously fucked up.
And so, who did it? One of the states did it, or did Donald Trump do it? To raise the age to 21.
Florida.
And then the NRA is
suing them.
Yeah, supposedly suing them because they don't think that it's right, and because they don't want to.
Fucking.
If you read the lawsuits or the whatever to do this, are you
March
going
on
to
the 24th?
I'm
going to Spotlight on the 24th. What's happening?
Oh, it's March for Our Lives is on the 24th. Which is to basically protest this. That the NRA has done good things and with their money. With their money is what I'm saying.
You mean like put all the people in office that are sitting there right now?
No, that's not what I mean. I mean like they have donated to charitable causes. But they need to get their shit together. They need to move away from this 1886 kind of thinking. We don't need to walk around with these, maybe this, maybe little thing, Like
if you have to open carry when you go into Taco Bell, that says more about you than anybody else.
I mean, if you're wearing it,
personally,
I don't. It doesn't bother me that when you have the little. I mean, the little ones.
I'm not a fan because all it takes is one person to piss you off.
Well,
and then all of a sudden you're in Taco Bell and the person ordered you to eat in front of you takes too long to order, and then what? Like,
well, I grew up in California where there's gangs shooting each other for no reason. So,
I'm not
playing devil's advocate. Angie is saying AR uses use the same ammo as your handgun.
Yeah, and 40 rounds in a minute for what? Why? Why is that necessary?
I mean, it only takes one.
40 rounds a minute is completely unnecessary, and it's literally overkill. Literally.
But if you ask me, I don't trust people with guns. Especially since, what was it, like a couple years ago, we kept having road rage incidents where people were shooting at each other. And
that's what I'm saying. If you feel the need to open carry into fucking Taco Bell, that says way more about you than it does about anybody else. Like, you are that scared that you have to walk into Taco Bell with and the whole good guy with a gun thing is bullshit because it never happens.
Well,
it's already been proven. It's not a thing.
The law is in process to be written in that teachers carry weapons.
Right. So you mean like the last couple teachers that had weapons on them that shot people?
I feel really weird about the whole.
Nope.
The point I'm making is it's not just the ARs that's the issue. She's saying it's all guns that are the issue. It's not just
I don't think it's necessary for anybody to own a gun that shoots 40 rounds a minute.
I think that's
period.
What she's saying.
And an AR-15 serves no other purpose. It's not a hunting gun. That's not fucking hunting. That's shooting fish in a barrel. Like, that's what people are like. They take them out and go like hunting. You shoot a deer with that. The deer, you can't use it. What are you going to shoot it for? Like, it has no other purpose other than to kill people. That's it. There's no other purpose. Any gun that shoots 40 rounds a minute, unnecessary. Why is that necessary? You're going to go out there and why do you need to have 40 rounds a minute? What are you so worried about that you need to shoot 40 rounds a minute? I don't care whether it's an AR. I don't care whether it's a handgun. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. 40 rounds a minute is fucking stupid.
In Phoenix and Albertson, someone had a small pistol, and I felt so uncomfortable. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Eddie Omega added domestic violence screening should be implemented.
That's one of the things. And somebody was like, well, so what? You're going to take away guns and stuff from, like, cops and military people if they come up with domestic violence? Fuck yes! They're some of the first people that have issues. Mm-hmm. You come up, if you have any sort of a domestic violence record, absolutely fucking not. You should not have a gun. Period. It's unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. And there's really, when the Second Amendment was written, it was written when you had a musket.
Have, like, those mini pistols?
You had a musket that you were able to put one fucking musket ball in. You shoot the musket ball. And you gotta take this off, and you gotta put the musket ball back in, and then you gotta stuff it in.
Did we win the war yet?
Right. That's when that was written. It was written, again, when your nearest neighbor was probably 1 mile or 2 miles away. You couldn't just get on 911 and expect to have somebody at your door.
I have heard stories of how, can you imagine, I don't want to go into that with you. Seeing bunnies and shooting weapons. Amazing. But I watched, like, those reality shows where, like, they talk about your 911 call and they go over it. But those are people that, like, live out in the boonies that have no other choice but to have a rifle right next to their front door. Because people will drive by and think...
it's a rifle. It's not a 40 round a minute anything. It's a fucking rifle.
Medical marijuana card holders
aren't allowed to have guns.
That's... I know some people.
But...
I don't think I would trust them After I've seen some people.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Smoke.
Generally, potheads aren't violent. They are far less violent than alcoholics. That's for damn sure.
I don't know. I could chill out.
That's what I'm saying. They're far less violent than alcoholics.
Absolutely.
That's just how that is. Like,
I'll watch TV for like 4 hours and not know what's going on. But...
Right. I'll laugh at stupid shit. They're gonna be too. So they're gonna pick up a gun and be like,
and then wake up the next morning and go, "What the fuck did I do?
Yeah.
What was this about?"
Yeah.
But that's the extent. Let's see. Hand claps. Hi, John.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
I can't believe it's 9 o'clock
I
already.
know. We breezed right through that. Look at that. When we have no agenda, we just talk about whatever the fuck works for me.
We end up doing that anyway,
right?
Most of the time we have stuff written down. What else do we have written down here? Netflix inclusion writers.
Oh, that was one of the things
I don't
from.
think they'll ever do that.
No, they won't. No.
Ben Carson's not mine.
No. I think that's...
He's somebody else. The next Spotlight show.
Next Saturday.
Oh my god.
Oh god, it hurts me to say that. Oh god, it hurts me to say that.
But rehearsal went well last week.
I hope it goes as well this week. Next Spotlight is next Saturday. It's gonna be awesome. The format's gonna be a little bit different. We are...
Why?
I'm actually kind of excited about this format. If it works, this could be what works. We actually have essentially very few solos from the cast members. Almost everything that the actual Spotlight cast members are doing are group numbers. And then we have a little bit more burlesque than we normally do, which is great. I think it's awesome. Yeah. We've got Alan Wrench, and he's...
I saw that picture. I almost shared it on my...
It's like, woo!
I said, ooh!
Yeah. Alan Wrench is on there. He's going to be performing. Primrose Path is going to be performing. Berlin Mauschwitz is going to be performing. And our special guest and co-host who's going to be helping me out is Espresso Grande. So we're going to have... It's going to be a good show.
Coffee beans.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show. And we got bingo every Thursday at the Cash. I wasn't there last Thursday.
But we had a good time.
I know. Like, you guys seem to be... Which is good. That's awesome.
I mean, it was full.
But I'm back this week, so hopefully you guys will come back out this week.
Please come back. I don't want him thinking that I did this.
Right. And then Friday, we've got Cat Bingo happening at La
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
And they give away good prizes, too.
I should have... wine glass. I got the cat wine glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we got these.
Yeah. Our artwork back here is from La Guitarra, so...
They just had a paint night, too. They might have more.
Mm.
They'll just become a cat room.
Right, we just have random shit. There's no room for random shit in this room.
There is random shit in this room.
That's why I said there's no room, though.
I mean, you could put some stuff up there.
That's true. There's still some room between, like, that thing and the ceiling.
I mean, yeah.
You got about... Yeah, that'd be fine.
I mean, just as long as you don't mess up the hair over there.
Right.
You're fine. As long as I can open the door.
Don't mess up the hair. What hair?
There's the hair sitting right there.
And you don't want to mess that up?
Just don't set anything on top of it.
Okay. Anything else going on? Oh, Pride! Spotlight is going to be at Pride on Sunday, April 8th. From 2 to 2:50 on the main stage, which is going to be super fun. It's going to be our first time on the main stage. So if you're going to Pride, come out on Sunday and come see us. We could use all the support because it's going to be crazy.
We're going to tear the roof off of it.
It's going to be fucking awesome. It'll be great.
There's no roof on it, but
we'll just pretend
try.
there's a roof. But it'll be super fun. I'm super excited about it. So hopefully if you guys are coming to Pride, come out on Sunday to the main stage and you'll get to see Spotlight.
Upcoming guest. Ones that I can remember because I haven't filled in the blank there. Coco St. James. Naomi St. James. And this was not done on purpose. Just happens to be a coincidence. Ruby Moore. There's one more and she's going to kill me. Or he. They. I don't know who it is. I can't remember.
Oh, well, then somebody else to be announced.
Also, I need you to pick this up.
Fuck.
I need you to pick this up.
Oh, my.
Where is that? It's right. It's before them.
No, it's in the back.
It's after the back?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Are you ready?
Oh, hell.
No, it's before though.
No, it's right there.
See this? See this person? Oh, that's about as...
It's not even anywhere. There we go.
Is it good?
There we go.
Are we there?
Yeah.
See, I just need you to pick this up. I need you to pick up as many copies as you can.
Oh, hell.
And then I want you to make him sign them all.
It's what's interesting is I'm in there under my government name too, not Freddy.
Oh, I didn't even check that.
Yeah, if you look at the beginning of it, they list the models, and I'm in there under my government.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because I'm not technically in face, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did they do that with permission?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, God.
So yeah, that's it.
And speaking of magazines, not this magazine, but another magazine. You can vote for us in the Reader's Choice Awards for Echo Magazine.
Yes, we're up for a few awards. I'm up for Oh What a Drag King. And we're up for
Star of the Show.
And something else. Something stage, I don't know. Find us. We're there.
We're at the bottom of the survey. He's at the top.
I'm near towards the middle, and then down towards the bottom. We're down there. So we would love your vote. That would be awesome. I think it's fantastic that we've been nominated. So thank you to everybody that nominated us. But yeah.
Are you keeping up with NCAA? You can tell by how I said it.
No, I don't know because I don't care.
I know that ASU is going to the playoffs. I don't know. But I watched the YouTube video of them getting all excited that they're going. But is this the first time that ASU has gone with the men and the women? Because I think men and women are going for hashtag March Madness.
I don't care.
I don't know that you know, but I don't care. Yay, Coco.
All right, I guess so. On to our sponsors and things. So, ASU lost already.
Damn, I'm glad I'm not betting on it.
Anyway, thank you to our sponsors, Gabe King Photography and wigsofakind.com.
Oh,
Burley Barber.
I'm actually wearing it.
Are we giving away? We need to give away a haircut.
Does anybody want a haircut for free?
Anybody in Phoenix? Message us.
I've held on to this for weeks now.
Awful. We need to give away a haircut. So if anybody wants to go,
my hair's grown out enough, I'll just go.
Right. Jesus. We need to give away a haircut over at the Burley Barber. So if anybody wants to get their haircut in Phoenix, let us know. Talk to us. If you haven't been before, it has to be a new customer. So new customer, not gone to the Burley Barber before. Talk to us, and we will get you in there so you can try them out and then find yourself a new barber because they're fucking awesome.
I guess we've been in here too long. Sassy is knocking out the door.
Oh, Jesus. All right, then. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back next week. Come out to Bingo tomorrow night if you are in the Phoenix area. Come out to Spotlight next Saturday the 24th.
And Cat Bingo on Friday.
And Cat Bingo on Friday. And then Pride. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. Hopefully we'll see you guys out and about. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next week.
Oh, I was looking at
stop looking at yourself.
Sorry.